Welcome to a special edition of Scott Fox After 9. Today it is part 2 in the latest on the Silent Date Guy story. Yesterday, if you heard the episode, you're all caught up. If you missed it, I think you should go back and listen to it, but in case you don't have time, let me just give you the Coles notes. Silent Date Guy and Silent Date Girl were going to a wedding in Minnesota. They were flying, and on Friday, when they got to the airport, Silent Date Guy had packed something in his carry-on that should not have been there. You can take a lot of things through airport security, but one thing you cannot take at the moment is liquids above 100 milliliters. Unfortunately, he had one that was a little too big. What was it that he had in his suitcase? What was this liquid that the CBSA confiscated?
So why don't you slide? Yeah, we're gonna let it slide.
That's right. He tried to go through airport security with more than 100 milliliters of lubricant. Now, I don't know why any individual would need more than 100 milliliters of lubricant for one weekend, but I think that was probably his first time going to visit the adult store. And the practical side of all of us is that you want the best value. So I kind of understand where he was coming from there, but no, you're not allowed to take that through airport security. By the way, while he was at the adult store, another surprise for Silent Date Girl that ended up on display in front of everybody at the CBSA check-in. Yeah, he was shaping up for a pretty fun weekend with that and that in his carry-on. So he wasn't allowed to take the liquid, but he did take the device that he procured, and he was ready for a good time. Although a little embarrassed. You know, he just got called out in front of airport security and his girlfriend and a whole bunch of other people. So when he got to the hotel, he tried to change the channel. He wanted to try and take her mind off of it, and he thought, well, one of the things that her and I do very well together is each other. And that usually begins with him doing a little dance. But this was a rare occasion, and nearest I can tell, the first time this has ever happened. Silent Date Girl said, no, I'm not in the mood. That's right, she said no. Well, that's where today's story, part 2, picks up, because a lot of you messaged me yesterday that were concerned. Oh, no. She said no after he did the dance. That's never happened before. Well, not to worry. There's no trouble in paradise here. Turns out the reason she wasn't in the mood was because she had work issues. Something happened at the office. She had to pull out her laptop, and it was probably going to be a marathon session trying to deal with whatever problem she was dealing with for work. So Silent Date Guy, embarrassed, but he got away with one. He did not end up getting called out for having more than 100 milliliters of lube in his in his carry-on bag. So now what does he do? She's going to be working in the hotel room, and he's got no official engagements or anything, so he's got some free time, right? Well, I'll tell you what, Silent Date Girl had a wonderful recommendation that I don't know that everybody would love. You're in a strange city, you're there with your partner's busy, so your partner says to you, you know what? Go out and have a good time. Not just go out and have a good time. Why don't you take my credit card and go have yourself a good time? So Silent Date Guy took that card and said, I'm going out on the town. Now, as you can probably tell, one of the things that I like to do when I tell these stories is use a little musical accompaniment. I'm not going to say everything in this podcast or on the radio when I tell the story there. Nope. I'm going to let the music tell the story, and your imagination can go wherever your imagination wants to go. So now we've got Silent Date Guy loaded with her credit card, wandering around the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
They call me the wanderer. Yeah, the wanderer. I roam
Silent Date Guy is ready to have himself a great time in Minneapolis. And admittedly, he didn't know much about the city, but he did know that he wanted to get something to eat. He wanted to have a drink. Oh, and by the way, he certainly did.
everybody in the club get tips. Everybody in the club get tips.
You can picture this. It seems like it's probably a really good time. And I asked him, I said, did you think about buying anything expensive? I have to think that Silent Date Girl's credit card might not even have a limit on it. You could probably do whatever you wanted to do. He decided he was going to do a little shopping, so he wandered around a few of the stores in a local mall.
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
But it wasn't really thrift store kind of shopping. I asked him, I'm like, didn't you go anywhere high end? I mean, hell, with that card, you could go and buy yourself a Rolex if you wanted to.
'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
You know, you can almost picture it, can't you? Him wandering through Minneapolis. He's got a little buzz going on. He's got unlimited money in his pocket, and he's shopping for the finer things. But he didn't buy anything. Let's put a pin in that, and I'm going to circle back to it a little later on in this story. Silent Date Guy did buy something, but that's going to come up later on. I told you that they were there for a wedding. Well, after he got himself back to the hotel, and he was feeling great, Silent Date Girl had finished off all of the work that she had to do. Silent Date Guy even brought her lunch, so that's great. And I should hope so, because he had her credit cards. She technically paid for it herself. So they're there. They're ready to go to this wedding. It was a friend of Silent Date Girl's, and a mutual friend is Silent Date Girl's celebrity friend. Do you remember her from earlier on in the story? She has a celebrity girlfriend, and this girlfriend is a little bit odd in that she's very, very happy for Silent Date Girl and Silent Date Guy. But she has a weird way of showing affection. She doesn't just give a hug when she says goodbye. She doesn't just give a kiss on the cheek when she says goodbye. She kisses on the lips.
Because your kiss is on my list. Because your kiss is on my list. Because your kiss is on my list.
And that's a little weird for Silent Date Guy, because this is a woman that he barely knows that kisses him on the lips. But not entirely strange, because this celebrity also kisses Silent Date Girl on the lips. And don't get it twisted. It's not like a makeout session or anything like that. It's just a little peck on the lips, but a little bit weird for Silent Date Guy. And everybody tonight is going to be at this wedding. So let's get to the party.
We ain't getting no young girls, we might as well do it. Feeling you are the wild girl, I must confess. Let's get married, baby.
Good times, right? They're there. They've had themselves a real nice dinner. They watched her friend walk down the aisle and get hitched. And now it is time for the party. And I said to Silent Date Guy, you're not really a dancer outside of the sexual activity that you do to entertain your girlfriend. So were you out on the dance floor, or did you just sort of park yourself at the bar and have a good time? Well, apparently, not only was he out on the dance floor, he was practically the life of the party.
What's up, San Antonio? What's up? What's up, San Antonio? What's up, San Antonio? Jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. What's up, Austin? What's up? What's up, Austin? What's up, Austin? Jump on it. Jump on it. Jump
So he's out there on the dance floor, waving the napkin in the air. He's got his shirt unbuttoned. He was having himself a good time and, nearest I can tell, pretty well wrecked at the moment. And the silent date girl was out there partying with him. The celebrity friend out on the dance floor partying with them. There were a couple of kisses exchanged on the dance floor between the three of them. They were all having a good time. And in Silent Date Guy's mind, he's still wondering about last time they were together when Silent Date Girl's celebrity friend spent the night, but in her own room. Silent Date Guy had reason to believe that maybe she was going to join them. She never did. And he wondered, what about this weekend at the wedding? We're all going to be in Minnesota. We're all going to be in a hotel. What's going to happen here? Well, before your mind goes any further down that road, I can tell you, the celebrity friend had her own room, and at the end of the night, the celebrity went back to her room, but not without another kiss on the lips for each of them. So Silent Date Guy, now knowing that that ship has sailed, it's just going to be two sleeping in his room tonight, went back there, and he was ready for a good night. You know, after a wedding, you get that little lovey-dovey feeling. You've had a few cocktails. I understand how these things happen. It seems like it was going to be a supercharged night. And Silent Date Girl wasn't going to let another night go by without seeing her man. So, as she always does, before the activity begins, she told Silent Date Guy she wants to see some moves. You can almost picture it, can't you? You can almost picture Silent Date Guy just getting down and putting on a show. Well, that typically precedes them having a pretty good night. They're very sexually compatible, I guess is the best way to put it. But let's not forget, Silent Date Guy went shopping. She gave him her credit card and said, go entertain yourself. Have a great time in Minneapolis. I'll see you back here before the wedding. So Silent Date Guy did go shopping. And I told you that he bought something. Now it's time to reveal what it was he bought. Some people would probably just admit defeat after the lube that you brought on the trip was confiscated by the CBSA. Some people would have let that go. But no, out of all the different stores that Silent Date Guy went into, out of all the different places that he saw, he made only one transaction. And you know what he bought? He needed to replenish the supply.
Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. You know, the nearer your destination, the more you slip sliding away.
He wasn't going to let this weekend go by without some serious glide in his pocket. That's what he went to buy when he was out there with her credit card. Now, how is she going to explain this to whoever her bookkeeper is, that why she made that purchase on the company credit card? I don't know. That's going to be a fun story for down the line. But in the meantime, he still had that other product, by the way, that never did get confiscated. So the evening was about to begin.
I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations.
And well, I'm not going to get any more graphic than that. I will tell you that I'm led to believe that she loves him even more than she did before. It was apparently some of his finest work, and it led to where it always leads to. They had themselves a fantastic night. And friends, that is where the story ends for this trip with Silent Date Guy and Silent Date Girl at a wedding in Minnesota. Thank you for checking out this special episode of Scott Fox After 9. As I do more of these updates, I will post them, and I'm going to keep them labeled Silent Date Guy so that you know exactly what you're looking for. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and you'll get future episodes as they get downloaded. There is a new episode for today out as well. Enjoy that, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for checking in to Scott Fox After 9. I'll leave you with the sounds of Pat James and the whole truth. Hey now!